Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 19th of February. So first one to come to mind today, it's unusual I look at the Aussie dollar, although the only downside with this is first target is a bit slim, but got this bearish engulfing candle that we popped in on Friday there, so looking quite bearish. It's already caught the daily pivot, it's got its weekly pivot below, and that's really what I was looking at in terms of its potential to roll down to that weekly pivot. So maybe just watch this morning. Alternatively, if it breaks that trend line across the highs, it may push back up, but I'm not interested in that really. I'm really looking to see if we get a bit of continuation from Friday's move there. So really would be looking for that weekly pivot, maybe some more down towards the S1 would give a better return. Okay, so that was the one that looks a bit the clearest maybe, which is unusual. Again though, we did have a bearish engulfing on the euro dollar. The only difference is we're already down to the weekly pivot here, so there's a bit of a change here, and what that really means is it's missed out so far on the daily pivot, so it muddies the water a little bit for me. So an untouched daily pivot above, I would have to be patient here and wait for a break of this sort of upper trend line here before I could be interested. And then it's got the 60-21s in the way, which may muddy the water. A continuation to the downside possibly, or certainly possible for the S1. We may just be missing out today on the daily pivot altogether. It didn't have the strength to do it through the Asian session there. May just sell straight off towards that S1, but I need to watch that post 8 o'clock to see if that sets. At the moment we're seeing a little bit of a bounce here, which may turn into something more, as I said, and break towards the upside. Trend, well, intermediate, it's as I say, quite a bearish day in the end on Friday. Certainly surpassed my expectations in terms of its movement overall there, and it's looking towards the weaker side at the moment, but we'll see how we push through. I should point out probably early in this video that it's President's Day in the US today, so it may be a quiet afternoon for sure. It's most likely to be a quiet afternoon right up until 6:45, but even then I don't think we're going to see much in the way of news of significance out today. We've got the Bank of England Governor Carney speaking at 6:45, due to speak about leadership and values at Regent's University in London, so I don't think we're going to see too much volatility come from that regarding the pound. And then really it's just very more softer news up until 10:15, when we may get a bit of volatility around the Aussie dollar. When the Reserve Bank of Australia Assistant Governor speaks at 10:15 p.m. this evening, so won't be sitting up waiting for that. Right, anyway, so at the moment the pound then daily wise didn't quite put the bearish engulfing in that we saw in the Aussie and the euro, and it's just short at the moment of the weekly pivot here. Again, it'd be interesting to see how this reacts. If it starts breaking through here, well, the S1's not too far below. You could just see a continuation, but the weekly pivot is just there with the 100 MA, 60-minute 100, may just provide a bit of support. Again, really look here, I say again, but slightly differently, looking for a break of the 60-21s for any move upwards. I'd be looking for something a little bit more than that pivot, I can assure you, if I was looking for that break. But well, we'll see how the pound rolls out. It didn't have quite so much volatility in it on Friday, but at the moment it wasn't quite so bearish. But if it starts breaking the Friday's lows there in real terms, the weekly pivot more so, if it starts breaking that, well, perhaps we could have a bigger correction to the downside. Dollar yen, another one of those awkward ones really. It has started, it did put a bit of reversal in on Friday, right at the lows there. It didn't quite extreme or anything, so not really looking for a retest of those lows at the moment, but it's well on its way towards its weekly pivot as I speak. Just air kissed the daily pivot there, so the weekly pivot could be, I mean, this could really be a number 2 in terms of lineup. We'll just see how we move this morning post 8 o'clock again, to see if it pushes up. If it continues pushing towards the upside, well, We get a retracement just post 8 o'clock. It may be worth looking to see if it's worth the shot. If it starts breaking the trend line that's really below that 60-minute 8, I would stand aside and just wait. It has got a lot of support underneath though, so as I said, this could have been really the second option for this morning. Okay, already looked at the Aussie. Let's finally look at the Canadian dollar here this morning. Bullish engulfing there on Friday, so really a reversal candle here. Again, just sitting here. It's just the problem with the Canadian dollar of late. It does consolidate quite a bit, and it doesn't look so bad on the hourlies here. It's sort of almost done both pivots here. Just air kissed the weekly, or not far from the weekly. Maybe if we can get back above the 200, it could be on for the R1 there. Yes, Friday's highs, and the R1 may be more of a target. But we'll just see how that runs out. It's not always my favourite at this time in the morning to be trading it. Right, that's it for me. I wish you a great day. Bye for now.